This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Deluxe Class Ironhide. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcasing your standard Siege window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see multiple images of Ironhide in his robot mode and in his alt mode. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is Ironhide out of the box and in his alt mode. And this is really rad because this is a total throwback to that old school G1 Ironhide. And I think this came out great and super happy to have him in the Siege collection. So let's take a closer look at Ironhide in his alt mode. Alright guys, so now let's take a closer look at Ironhide, and I love this dude. This is freaking awesome. Very reminiscent of that old G1, and just so cool to have him in the Siege line, so I think this is great. I love that fact that we can actually peg his cannon to the top right there, and there is multiple ports. You can see 4 ports up there, so you can plug it in either or, and it will hold there pretty well. The detail is incredibly well done. Again, all the panel lining and stuff like that just works out really good. The back of this looks great. It looks like there's some like thrusters back there, some turbines. The wheels do spin. A couple complaints that I will have. I wish the rim was painted silver. On the wheels, it just kind of looks dumb with just all that solid gray. It's a little boring, but it's nothing terrible. I guess it's kind of nitpicky. Then I kind of wish there was more of this silver dry brushing for that battle damage that we see on a lot of these figures. There's not a ton of it on this particular figure. Really just the back of the alt mode like that. We got a nice gold stripe right here, a nice silver stripe up there. The front end looks awesome. I think it looks really good. I dig all of this right here with the lights and stuff like that, and I guess those could be like rocket launchers or something. That's pretty cool. The windshield looks good, but it's a little awkward that you can see his head just resting in there, so that's pretty funny. So yeah, it's overall a really good alt mode. I really do like it. All the panels look really nice, and I love how it pretty much hides the actual transformation pretty well, with the exception of the head just kind of peeking out there. So very cool piece. I love it a lot, and I'm hoping we can get a Ratchet out of this in the Siege line, which I'm sure we will get, which is a repaint version of this. So let's get this guy transformed and see what we have. Okay, so he's kind of an easy transformation for the most part. So we're gonna see here. Unpeg these panels here. That just kind of fell apart, and these little flaps on the sides will come off fairly easily, so just be very careful with that, and you kind of just tab them back into place so that will hold like that. So you can fold these up, open these parts right here. We're just going to close those back up like that. These will fold down and tab into there like so that's pretty good. We're going to take this whole section like that, fold that down, and then rotate on an axis right there so that folds up like that. We're going to fold this down, split the arms like so. Then we're going to get the head, and just put that up like that. Chest goes up, back comes in like so, and then we can give him his rocket launcher here, and there we go, a pretty easy transformation for Ironhide. And here's Ironhide in his robot mode, and this is probably my favorite version of the character. I just think this came out so well done. He is a lot of fun to play with, and just a really cool and badass toy. So let's take a closer look at Ironhide in his robot mode. Alright guys, so let's take a closer look at Ironhide in his robot mode. And this is pretty awesome, man. So let's take a closer look at that head sculpt first. So that head sculpt is very cool. I love the silver paint apps with the blue eyes. The red just looks awesome. That kind of almost like robotic mohawk is really cool to me. I just think it came out really nice. Again, very old school, and man, that's why I love this piece. So everything about this just feels awesome. It feels right to me. I love this, and I've always kind of had a soft spot for Ironhide. I don't know what it is. He's never been a super major player in the Transformers world, but man, I've always liked him, and I don't know what it is. So when I saw he was coming out on the Siege line, I had to grab him, and I am very happy with it. So his whole chest area with that visor looks really cool. I love the silver in the background, and it's kind of hollow in there, so you can just kind of see that. But you can open that up if you want to, and you can probably put a matrix in there if you want. So I think it's pretty cool. I love that a lot. All the panel lining looks great throughout this entire figure. Again, all that detail just looks so good, man. That's a big part of why I like the Siege line. All the detail mixed with this old school style just works perfect for me. You can see that more of a silver paint detailing on the bottom. For the battle damage, again, this is the one thing I will complain about. I just kind of wish there was more of that. There doesn't seem to be a lot of that on this figure. This is one of the more cleaner ones. Is that bad? No, depending on who you talk to. I know some people don't like the battle damage. I personally do. So that's just a preference thing. So you got the back right here. It's pretty hollow for the most part, but it still looks really cool. I dig this a lot, man. Just so freaking cool. All the details in there just look awesome. You can still get the wheels spinning right there and on the side. So very freaking cool. So we do have his rocket launcher right here, which is really nice. And we can peg that onto his back if you want to holster it back there. So that's pretty cool. We have the option. But this thing is dope, man. This might be my favorite weapon in the Siege line just because I love what they did here. So again, just looks really good. He has some of that silver dry brushing right there on that to give it that battle damage, red around the edges right there, and you can kind of see some silver in there for the rockets inside there. I think that's so awesome. So you can hold it in his hand like that. It can rest over his shoulder like so, and I think that's really cool. Or you can kind of get it in a kind of like under the arm pose like that if you wanted to do something like so. I just think it's very cool, and there is a way to like get it to get it like in a two-handed pose. It's a little tricky if you want to do that, and you kind of just get it in there like so. So you can do something like that too. I know that's not as good as I should be, but you know, it is possible to do other things. But what I do like about it the most is that it actually does transform a bit. So you just tilt this down right there. Now it becomes like this hammer weapon, which I think is awesome, dude. So I mean, yeah, some explosive, you know, hammer missiles, I don't know, but it's cool because you do have multiple pegs, so you can peg it into there, and you can peg it onto there, and it holds on there very nice and sturdy. That is not going anywhere, and I just love the fact that you have multiple options just for the weapon alone. I think that's really awesome, dude, and I have been having a ton of fun with Ironhide. He's a simple transformation, again, just very old school in my opinion, and that's why I love it. So, with all out of the way, let's take a look at his articulation. So the head's on a ball joint, does roll around like so, does turn left and right, up and down a little bit. Arms can go full 360, up and out that far. A rotation at the bicep, a single bend at the elbow. We got rotation at the wrists. We do get a swivel at the waist like that. I love the Autobot logo right there, it just looks really clean. Hip joints that kick forward all the way that much, back all the way back, splits, very nice, rotation in upper thigh, single bend at the knee, and then we do get that really wicked ankle rockers for the more wider stance. So overall, dude, I love this guy. Again, I've always kind of had a soft spot for Ironhide. I don't know what it is, but I think he's a cool character. Real excited to see him in the Siege line, and a very awesome piece. And again, only a cheaper figures, which is nice. So I think he's definitely, most absolutely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Transformers comparison, here he is standing next to the Siege Leader Class Ultra Magnus and Voyager Class Optimus Prime. And just for fun, here he is standing next to Little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Deluxe Class Ironhide. Now overall, I think this is a pretty cool and rad toy. I love the fact that it's an instant throwback to that G1, but with some updated sculpts and paint apps and real mechanics. I think it's so very cool with everything that they've done here. The transformation is really easy, and I really dig his weapon. It overall is just a fun toy, and I'm super happy to add him to my Transformers collection. So I give him a rating of 3.5 bat bombs out of 5. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.